7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
The Savachi syndrome, I'm telling you, I'm like, well, holy shit, that was crazy. Wait for it. Thick and slick. All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show, presented by TLR Coatings and Premier Custom Trailers. So we got custom powder coating, custom Cerakote, vapor blasting on anything custom you got, and then we got people that make custom trailers. This is a custom show.
It is.
We should start another show that's all about custom, like West Coast Customs, but like Michigan Customs or something.
Cole's Customs.
No.
Okay.
It's a terrible name.
That's so boring.
Oh, man. No. But for real, thank you guys to the sponsors. Make sure to look them up. TLR Coatings. If you guys need anything powder-coated, Cerakoted, I know it's huge with dirt bikes and street bikes and pit bikes and all that kind of cool stuff. I know this because, obviously, we're doing a dirt bike show, and I own multiples of these, and I do all this stuff on my own, so I know this. So if you need any of that stuff, oh god, we got interference going. Oh, this is terrible.
It's the aliens.
Oh god, move wires. Okay, oh, wait.
Just mount that up there, put it right there.
Oh god. Okay, all right, there we are. Anyway, this is our first time using this whole setup, guys, so comment down below with what you think. We've got everything split off of everything here, and yeah, so hopefully if we do get some static, I'm sorry about it. We're working on it. We're working through all the bugs here, so we'll try to see. I tried to test this stuff out as much as I could. So like we said, we're back. This is a regular show. This is show 151.
151.
I was just going there. We are wrapping up Houston 1. We're going to get Kevin Moran's on here, but he is getting his tires done or something at the track, so he's going to be a few minutes. So we will start talking a little bit here about Houston 1 and our thoughts on it. We obviously are doing the fantasy podcast too. If anybody is doing fantasy, we're actually going to film the fantasy podcast for the Tuesday race immediately after we film this. So both these videos are probably going to come out on Tuesday together. So make sure to check that out if you are playing fantasy. Again, we play on Pulp MX Fantasy. We give away prizes. We have big year-end prizes. We have weekly prizes we're trying to do on most of the weeks. We just gave away a set of FMF goggles. Did you get that guy's information off of Insta?
Yeah, that stuff should be going out today, so congratulations to him.
Perfect. Yeah, I can't. What was his name? Todd C or something? I don't
believe
remember.
so. I'd have to double check.
I've
been getting a lot of messages and a lot more follows and a lot of new stuff on the Instagram, so it's really cool to see everybody interacting.
Yep, pretty much. We got a like. Did you hear that?
What?
Chase Sexton liked one of the pictures. Our man over here is, oh god.
What picture was it?
We're back to static. Keep going. Just keep talking.
It was him just crashing, and it was like him off spread eagle.
Is that the one that you put up? He's taking the jump man to the next level.
Yeah, I didn't put it up.
you
Cole
did?
put it up.
Okay, that's funny. Yeah. Was that during practice?
It must have been.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
I just see little nuggets like that, and I post them.
That's funny.
I say ever since I put Cole on the old Instagram, he's
Did he prove his worth?
He's proven his worth. He's
Yeah.
getting there.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Gruy interview?
Yeah. Well, I listened to it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the Gruy interview, he did that whole thing.
Yeah,
so,
it was nice. I liked it.
I mean, I
like
obviously
John.
recorded
He's a good
the audio,
dude.
but yeah, other than that,
I
yeah.
did all the video stuff and the thumbnail and all that.
I sent it to him. He's like, dude, it's so weird listening to yourself talk.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
so weird. I'm like, yeah, trust me, you get used to it. So
It's like when you talk and then you hear your voice for the first time over like a message, and you're like, I actually sound like that? God, that's terrible.
oh my god, it's horrible. So anyway, so we're back at Supercross, boys. We're back at the
Oh
races
my
here.
God.
Houston 1.
Yeah, it feels
Little different. We have the pod seating going on. I heard 10, 12,000 people is what they were doing there
Yeah,
for
10.
it.
Can you
So
introduce us, bro?
no.
No, he doesn't care.
Why
about
would
us
I do
anymore.
that?
I don't know.
All right, co-hosting the show with me today, as per normal over here. I mean, you guys were already talking, so whatever. I need to go back
we
to
kinda
doing my.
blew that.
I need to go back to doing my notes where I write shit out because it goes a lot better then.
Well, it's a lot of distraction with this whole new setup here.
It's crazy. Like I said, make sure to comment down below what you think. I know we need to get these cords organized, and yes, we may have some static come across, and I apologize, but we're working on it, okay?
Yeah, give us feedback on everything. The thumbnails that we've been doing on the channel, the posts that we've been doing a little differently, how raw the Twitter can be sometimes. Travis's spelling errors.
Insight
I have a
with
lot of
with
those.
A G. I noticed that on the video. Insight, you put INSIGT.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
I'm like,
You
what?
should see one of the ones on the Facebook.
Oh man,
Oh,
I
Jesus.
misspell shell all the time. I'm so used to autocorrect at this point that it's like I'll go through, and if it doesn't pop up red or red underlined, it like I don't even pay attention. I just keep going, and then you guys will text me and be like, "Bro, it's misspelled."
Check
I'll be like,
your
"Oh,
work."
Shit, no. Fuck that. Okay, you know what
We're
they
going
told
back
you know what they told me in school? They told me I would never have a calculator in my pocket. Motherfucker, here it is. They told me I would
Wow,
never.
that was so
loud.
loud.
They told me
Good
I would
God.
never be able to have a dictionary in my pocket. Boom, right there it is. There's all this shit they told
You know
me
what my teachers used to tell me?
that you sucked.
They hate me.
Well, yeah, that happens too. When you're a
Static's killing
shitbag.
me.
What? What'd you say?
Oh god.
Static.
Static test
static.
212.
Like I said, we're working this all out. Also, if it looks like we're midgets sitting at this table, I built this table to like a inch above normal desk height, and then did not buy desk chairs yet, so that's where we're at with that. So that's why we're sitting a little low, but it's fine. We'll get there. Don't worry. It's a work in progress. Okay, I can only do so many things at one
Hey, At
time.
least it's not Travis's bedroom.
Throwback 2017. Go watch them.
The original,
The original. We were in a corner.
bro. Do you remember show 2? Do you remember show 2?
Yeah.
Well, we were
doing
in-
it at Angel Stadium.
No, we weren't even at Angel Stadium. We were in the parking lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
that fucking theater place.
And we were looking in front of it, and
Angel
we were like,
Stadium.
hey, there it is, but we can't get
in
into
front
it.
of the rental car. We were like, hey, so we're here to talk about A1 wrap up.
You remember when we were doing
Creepy
it in the
fuck.
after the third round? We were in the hotel, like, next to the
Oh
pool.
god, yes, we were next to the pool, which was actually awesome. That would be a great
That's not
background.
cool. That shit's unique though.
Yeah,
No, it's raw.
raw dog,
Raw.
raw dog in it.
Bring it back, dude.
Bring
Okay.
it back. Bring it back.
So-
Let's just do the show in a random fucking spot.
Do you want me to
right in the
just
middle
take
of
the whole
Travis,
thing?
right in the middle of
Yeah,
Travis's
we should-
garage.
Like
or
in
his
the
parking
summer,
lot.
we should just go put it in the middle, in between the finish line outside.
Yes, just put it on top of the finish line, jump on the track, and just
Yeah.
sit there. All right, fine. Let me introduce you guys then. So we've got our normal co-host here, who's been here with us since the beginning, Justin, washed up mechanic. You
Thanks,
ever gonna
man.
go back to that?
Maybe if I find the right person to work
I
for.
tried to get you on board with Moran's.
Did he find one?
I don't know for every round. All I know is I can't do it on the rounds I'm going to. So I've got the kid and the chick with me the first round, the chick's with me the second round. I'm not going to just dump
rid
them
of 'em.
off. So what?
What?
What did you just say?
You can work for me, bro.
You doing the Pro Nationals?
Donate to Patreon, and we'll use some of that.
You want to know who's doing the Pro Nationals?
Colt. Who?
You want to know who's doing them?
Who?
Jeff Walker.
Well, yeah.
Oh, he's
got
also doing
YouTube money.
Supercross, but he's also riding in the hills with Jerry Robbins.
So you're
Cole,
saying,
are
you're
you-
saying Jeff's better than
He
you?
definitely has a lot more.
Cole, are you and me going to load up in a van and go to the Nationals?
Yes.
We're going to
Yes.
film it. It
Ask
seems like
for-
that's the
ask
thing. now.
Rusty.
Okay, well, I'm down to film it all.
Should
I'm
we call
down to do
Rusty
the whole
right now?
deal, but I gotta have financial support.
Should we call Rusty right now? Ask him. Hey,
Oh.
is Cole?
If he'll
doing-
fund it? If he'll fund it?
Hold on, you guys keep talking. I'll call
Cold
him.
calling?
Yeah,
This is
dude.
cool. We're
You-
trying out some cold calling.
Cole, you and me load up in a van and we'll go do some Nationals this year. Bring it back to
we
the
gotta
old
have the whole
days.
squad though. That'd be more fun.
Yeah, that's true. Are you gonna
Because
start
chances are
training
I'm
though?
never gonna qualify. It's just all about having fun.
Dude, you know how many people go to every national that don't qualify? And I
lot
can
of
name
them.
like 1,000 people.
You know how much money probably came out of their pocket?
Kyle Glass for one. Oh, what? What? Yeah, well, you know.
Hold
static.
Oh, steady.
We'll
This
just
is
we'll just
Premier
do.
custom trailers.
Hey, by the way, did you guys see the schedule for 2021? The outdoor schedule?
Yeah.
Starting off at Paula, ending in Paula and Hangtown, and no WW.
I bet he won't answer.
Let's see.
Should be at work.
He's a boss, so he'll answer.
Oh, he's a boss.
Maybe not.
Fuck.
So quiet. Great radio.
Great
We're doing
radio.
really good
This
at
is
this.
a gentleman that sponsors the show, by the way.
Yeah, he does. He's hooking me up with the trailer, so.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up
Oh,
yet.
Yeah, that's
we can't
professional.
even leave
How
him
can
at
you be a boss and not have your voicemail
that.
set
He's not a
up?
I don't
boss.
know.
He's a salesman.
Oh, I don't even know who he is.
The family,
Rusty?
The family
Yeah.
owned
You've
the
never met Rusty?
I've been around him, but I've never talked to him.
Rusty
That's weird.
Nuts 838.
Yeah, I
Get
have
on
him in
the
my
Xbox
phone as
and
Rusty
give us
Nuts.
some.
All right, can we get?
Speaking of which, did you go over to his house to watch the race the other night?
I did.
How was that?
It was good.
Bunch of dudes in a garage or what?
No, a lot of us brought our famales with us.
Oh, well. I told them I had the kid, and they never. I said thanks, but I got the kid, so probably not. And they never responded. But
He's pretty terrible at responding.
oh, okay. I was gonna say because if I'd have known there was gonna were there other kids?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I was like, if I'd have known
Well,
there was
none
gonna
of
be,
us are over 30.
that makes sense. That does make sense then. So, all right, cool. Kev said he's got about 15 minutes here. So,
Hey Cole, you know what I saw on my Facebook this morning?
Oh boy.
I saw
boy.
an old post from like 10 years ago where you and me were talking about pterodactyls.
people have already stopped
I
listening.
know-
We're at
I know
Wathen.
what this is from.
We're at Wathen's house and we were talking about pterodactyls
Justin
and
was in
panthers.
love with this chick.
I was.
Oh boy.
You talking about Kelsey?
Oh boy.
I was not
Here
in
we
love,
go.
dude. She was my best friend. Shut
Oh
up.
boy, here we go. Oh god, we're back to stats.
This is gonna be awesome because people are gonna be like, this has nothing to do with moto, but we're getting insight into their lives.
Well, you guys want to talk about the Houston track a little bit before we
Hang
get
on,
Kev on?
you want to have an even more plot twist?
Oh boy.
Tom Cooper was dating her at the time, I think.
Oh boy, Tom.
Oh.
Tom's, dude.
I forgot about that.
Tom is supposed to be on the Wednesday shows.
Really?
Yeah, because since we're gonna do the Wednesday shows to wrap up the Tuesday races here, so we'll drop
think you're
those
actually
shows
gonna
on
get him on?
Thursday. Oh yeah, I talked to him already about it. He's supposed to be because we're just gonna do a call in. Like we're just gonna film a podcast. I'll just throw it up like Weege does with like the logo or something. We'll just do it that way for the however many Tuesday shows we got for this year since everything's weird. So, what did you guys think of the Houston track?
Basic. I mean, it's the
Yeah.
first round. They always do it pretty basic. I think the dirt looked good.
It was super tacky.
It was tacky. It was good. A lot of stutter bumps coming out of the corners.
Yeah,
I
by the
noticed.
LCQs though, they were hitting concrete.
Yeah.
Yep, I did see some concrete, which
It's
that's
normal.
That's sketchy, but
Have you guys listened though with Mathis talk about that? Like how much less dirt they've been bringing into these rounds.
Of course, they're trying
Every
to
year
save
now.
money.
The only gnarly rhythm section that was there was the one after the whoops because there was just so many different options.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go
And I like
3
that.
over the on off, double into the corner, or go 2, 3 onto the table, wheel tap, 3 off. That was like the only thing that was,
was
technical.
cool. I
but
like that.
but the whoop section though, I mean, let's be honest, that was one of the smallest set of whoops I think I've
Oh,
seen
yeah,
in a
that was
long time.
yeah, if that was
Tiny.
a big gnarly set of whoops, Kenny would have won.
For sure.
Yep. 100%. So
But, yeah, no, I mean, like Cole said, they always do this every year at A1. I mean, they don't want to throw some of the gnarly like,
okay, but
right
can
away.
we talk about the one gnarly spot in that, which was that 2, 3, and then like that on off after the whoops there.
Yeah, the one we were just
end,
talking
the
about.
end of that sec. Shit, fuck, static. Got it. Yeah, because dude, that was gnarly. Because like when they were doing that wheel tap, I'm like, man, that's not doable for 15 plus 1 even. Like, there's no way.
Almost RJ.
Oh my god. We'll get into RJ when we get into 250s, but
That section was sketchy though for the 250s, especially late in the mains when coming out of that right hander, like when it was square edge, where they had to go onto the table and have the option. Because like when you come off the backside of the off, like there was no transition and there was really no face. So like if you mistimed it a little bit, you would hang the front wheel over and you would just bounce into the corner. But like everybody was struggling with it. The only one that was really getting over that clean was Jet. That was wheel tapping it. Other than that, like,
I saw Marv do it a couple times. And it was pretty good.
well, I mean, as far as the 250s and stuff, yeah, the 450 guys, they got over to the point that they were just 3 and off at that point.
all right, you guys ready to get Kev on here? That's why I started going crazy. Hold on. Oh god, sorry, static.
Wow, that sounded,
Wow, that's terrible.
that sounded super weird. When
That
you were
is
just
so terrible.
tapping the buttons. How bad is this going to be when it
Oh
comes
man,
through?
it's gonna be horrible. I don't know what to do about it right now.
Might have to cut it out.
Yo, Kev. Hold on. Yo, you there?
Yeah, are we live or are we not live?
We're pretty live. Damn, that sucks. I don't know why that's not playing
Yeah,
through here the right
we're
way.
pretty live.
We're pretty
li-
close.
Pretty live. It's inside.
We're trying to make it work. We got a lot of static. Sorry.
This is like 2003.
This is like, yeah, this is old days. This is old school.
This is so hillbilly.
This is like
oh
AM
man,
radio.
this is terrible. I don't know why this is doing this right now.
growing pains.
Yo, hold up. Watch this. Y'all ready? Let's try this. All right, you there?
Yeah, that's way better.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah. I don't know why that's giving me so many
You can blame
problems.
Travis for that.
Look, dude, we're just trying.
He went down to Five Below and bought the cord.
Dude, I did not buy the cord off Five Below, okay? I bought the cord off Amazon.
99-cent store.
Amazon, that's
I
why.
think our big problem is the fucking dongle
Ni-
that's got to plug into the thing. That's not an actual Apple dongle.
The Dollar Tree.
Oh, it's not Apple. That's
Whatever. Anyway, so Kev, we're talking about the track. You're here. This is a new section for us, everyone. We actually have someone that's rode the track. Sponsor rider Kevin Moran's on the line with us here. He's going to give us some insight as to what it was really like to ride the Houston 1 track. So Kev, go ahead, man. Give us some insight here.
Alrighty. Sorry, let's take off my jacket. So, inside overall, I thought the track was I want to say it was simple, but it was technical at the same time. Like there was kind of one main line, at least for a privateer bike, let's put it that way. And the biggest thing was everybody was doing pretty much the same thing through the whole track, besides the 2 rhythm sections after the whoops. So the gnarliest thing on the track was, you know how people were going like up on top of that tabletop and then trying to like wheel tap off or 3 off or stuff like that?
Yeah.
So that was probably definitely the gnarliest part of the track, because I did a couple different things. I went 2, 3 on, off, and then double into the corner. But that transition to try to double into the corner was so steep and just like you had to not mess up at all to get it. So like that's obviously where the wheel tap or the 3 off was faster, but your boy did not feel comfortable doing that. Lunch on it. Yeah, there's a couple people that pretty much died on it. So I was like, yeah, let's first round. Like we already got some good lines in the other rhythms. I figured out the other rhythm pretty quick. Going 2 in out of the corner and then 3, I think 2 into the corner. So yeah, that was probably the next most difficult thing, was trying to 3 the second thing right before the corner, because it was very tall. Is the exact same jump that you saw Osborne's crap on in press day?
That was a bike problem. We're fine. Everything's normal.
There's no
Situation's
we,
good.
man. There's no we. It's not you and Zacho.
We are fine.
Does Kev know how much of a Zach homer you are?
Zach, AC, Sexton.
Look, we're
Used
we're
to be
okay.
Eli, kind of Kenny.
So I was pretty stoked with how everything went, to be honest.
Yeah, that was a great ride from you, man. Going straight into the main, and then what'd you end up? 12th? Was that what it was?
13th.
13th. Okay, cool. Yeah. No, that was great. So I guess track question for you. The after the finish line, there was that little double thing or whatever. How gnarly was that? Did you ever try to quad that?
Absolutely not. I don't know if any 250s
RJ.
did they?
Did RJ do it?
RJ tried it in practice.
Did it work?
No, he framed it and bounced into the corner, Kenny style.
Yeah,
That's
I knew,
gnarly. Like I was watching that. And
Craig was 3-1ing it all night.
Yes.
But
That looked smoother for a 250.
Yeah.
That's like a lot of abruptness, I guess. I don't really know how to say it, but it's like a lot of moving with your body, trying to 3-1 into the corner and slapping into the corner over just the smoother double, and then just use your momentum through the corner. You know what I mean?
Yep. So,
That's kind of the route I went on that.
was the track down to concrete anywhere? Like legit down to concrete?
No, I didn't see it anywhere like that. The thing that sucked was before the whoops, that corner, everybody was hugging that inside, and there was that one inside rut that was just ridiculously like edgy. So if you came in, it was really hard to just be smooth with it because it would always get a hook or a bump or a square edge or something like that. So other than that, the track was actually pretty good.
Well, that's cool.
It was gnarly, but it was good.
That's cool.
it looked like a lot in the 450 main at least. I don't know about the 250s. Not as bad, I guess. But
I know
the rut seemed really
250 main,
chattery.
I was really hoping they were going to fix all the corners before we started, and they didn't. Specifically the one after the whoops. And, like, we just kept cutting down farther and farther and farther because we were trying to stay out of the rut.
it's on speakerphone.
It was pretty tight. Pretty tight.
Okay. So, you guys got any other questions about the track for him?
No.
Okay.
I just want to know how he felt.
Yeah, concrete was a big question. The only other thing was how sick did he feel in that fly kit? That looked
Jesus.
Dude, that is literally the most badass gear I've ever worn. Like, it looks so sick.
How many sets do they hook you up with per round?
I got one set.
One?
They literally told me, they're like, when we say that this is LE gear, like limited edition gear, they said they only ordered, I don't think I'm going to get in trouble for this, I highly doubt it, but they only ordered 500 sets of it, period. Like, all sizes, like 500 total. So, like, all the racers only got, like, 1 or 2 sets. Obviously, besides, like, Osborne, they got a few sets. But, like, they only gave me 1 set, and they said, this is night show only gear. And I was like, sounds good.
Yeah, I'll wear that once and I'll put it in the put it on the wall.
Yeah, so, like, they literally there's only 500 sets of gear, like, period of that.
That's got to feel pretty cool though.
Yeah, it's sick. This is definitely by far my favorite gear I've ever worn.
Sweet. So, you Airbnb in it this week in Houston then, or are you sleeping in your van?
No, I was pretty fortunate that the guy that taking me up to the line, because I don't have like a mechanic for every round. His name's Chris Fagala. He's part of our kind of team. He's like the mental coach slash pastor slash just kind of helps us mentally and with anything that we need religiously. So he's like a huge part of the mental side of what we got going on, and he's been able to just take me to the line because I don't have anybody else here, which has been very, very huge.
Cool. Do you have anyone lined up for the other rounds? Do you need someone? We can put this out there. We don't have a huge following, but maybe somebody comes through.
Like, right now, I'm planning. I don't have anybody for any of the rounds. Like Chris is just going to kind of help me out because I think he's going to a majority of the rounds. But for some of the rounds so this is how it works, right? So each rider gets 4 people that they can let come into the pit, including themselves. So it's me and 3 other people, right?
Okay.
That's all they're allowing. So, like, for instance, like down here, I don't have anybody with me. Like, I'm solo mission right now. So I technically have 3 passes that people could have came and I could have got them in. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But it's a lot more difficult than just saying, like,
cool for
hey,
it down
you
there.
right now,
Could all
Kevin's
put
got
them down
an
there.
extra pass, and I'm just going to come down and tell him, like, no, you got to be here, like, a week early. You got to get COVID tested. And it's like, you got to pay for your COVID testing. Like, it's a lot of just BS that doesn't make it as simple as it used to be.
By the way, I find that stupid.
So, at these next rounds, the biggest thing for me
Bullshit,
is
they
like,
gotta
I
pay
can't
for that.
afford to fly somebody around and fly them in early,
But,
pay for hotel rooms,
health
X,
insurance will
Y,
cover
and
it.
Z, because you have to be here a couple days early to get tested, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to try to find somebody at every round that already semi-lives close, so I don't have to, like, pay for them to stay anywhere, that can just more or less do the simple check over of the bike and whatnot. Like, we have motor issues. Like, we're done regardless, probably. But the biggest thing I'm looking for is just somebody that can, like, check the spokes, tighten up a chain.
Yeah. We'll have you covered on
fuel it
Indy.
up, clean the bike real good.
Oh, that's right. You
and
guys aren't going to Indy.
literally just about it. And then they obviously have to be, like, capable of maybe, like, leading some brakes or swapping a set of bars in between, heat and main or something like that if we have problems. But other than that, man, it's really not that tough.
What, Cole, you trying to do this in Indy?
Oh no, well, he probably knows Scotty Too Hottie Troyer. He's the TPJ guy. I think he might be helping you out in Indy. Scott Troyer.
Scotty?
Yeah, you know Scott Troyer?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, he's part of the TPJ thing. He's pretty tight with Ted, and he's out of Indianapolis area. So I didn't know if he got a
Wait, is
hold
that
of you or
Connor's
not.
dad?
Maybe I know. I've had a few people hit me up, but it's
that Connor's dad?
tough 'cause they're like, unless they live close, then they're like expecting me to give them a place to stay. Then I got to pay for X, Y, and Z. It's just like I'm just looking for somebody who's kind of already going to be in the area. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, yeah, that's my biggest thing. And then obviously, like where I'm staying this week, I'm able to stay with Chris's brother, who lives about 25 minutes from the stadium, which is huge. Because, like, you got to think, like, 10 days, 12 days in a hotel, like, you're looking way over $1,000. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, that's another thing that I'm actually still trying to figure this out for sure, is where I'm going to be staying for every round. I know Chris, he's traveling around his camper, so, like, worst case scenario, I think I can just sleep in the back of his camper. But, like, this weekend, like, I'm able to stay at his brother's house, which has been huge. So I'm just going to try to maybe find, family friends or moto friends, just kind of through the industry that maybe have an extra room that I can crash in at every round. That way I'm not having to get a hotel for 12 days. You know what I mean?
Well, I told you, for Indy, we'll be there Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday night. So we got a couch.
I'm sure you want to stay with Travis, his girlfriend, and his kid. I'm sure you'd love that.
Bro, it's free. What do you mean? Don't be hating. Don't be hating on the free. Okay.
What if Kev's out at the bar and Indy comes home? He's got some.
Kev's more serious.
Why
than
is
that.
Kevin going to
Brizzy
be?
with
Why is
him.
Kevin going to be at the bar?
Kev's way more serious.
You won't catch me at the bar.
Why is exactly.
Well, okay, he might not go to the bar. Maybe he goes to a nice, fine establishment.
Trying to say he's going to a
drinks
strip
nice,
club?
classy
Are you trying to say he's
lady
going to
home.
go to the strip club?
Is that what you're saying? Because I wouldn't go to a strip
his
club
mask?
in Indy.
I'm just saying, what if he tries to mingle with a lady and you got your family? In
Kevin is more serious
It's
than
a
that.
2-bedroom suite. Well, it's a 2-room suite, bro.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm too serious. I'm too serious to go out and party.
Look. All I'm saying is I've talked about it. Okay.
You're trying to say you and Austin aren't going to hit the town?
Me and who?
Not you, him.
Oh, I was like, what?
Not
Who the
you.
fuck is Austin? You got any updates for us on the Faulkner front?
Well,
I mean, I talked to him, like pretty much all night. It's actually it's nice to kind of be able to talk to him a little bit and bullshit. But,
Bro, what's
I
it?
mean, he seems pretty calm.
Don't.
I mean,
Don't bring it up.
Chick are back together. I think that's pretty public now. But
don't bring up the Sexton thing, man.
nah, he's doing good.
Bro,
Brought it up.
He was going to say it, though. I'm just making sure he doesn't.
what? No, I was going to say, what's the chances you get Faulkner on the show when we're
Oh,
in Indy here? Because
never.
I think that would be great.
What? You hate him?
I know, that's why it'd be great.
Oh, my God.
Very slim, I would have to say.
Well, that's unfortunate, but whatever.
I don't know what you were expecting.
I don't know what his schedule's like.
Oh, dude, we could just tell him, like, we could do an intervention. Be like, bro, look, this chick, she's going to ruin your life.
An
okay?
intervention.
See, that's the last thing he needs to hear. I would hate to bring him on and you guys just shit on him.
Oh, God. I
Hey,
would only shit
I'm-
on him slightly.
I'm a believer in Austin. Travis is the one that don't like him.
I mean, there's a lot of people that go both ways. I would have to say I'm a believer as well, though.
There's a lot of people that go both ways. That's
Stop.
interesting.
Stop. Dude, just stop.
The show's going off the rails quick. All right, so we've got more than enough information out of you, man. Is there anything else you want to hang out and talk some more here as I restart the cameras, or you good? You got stuff to do?
No, I'm down, bro. I'm just waiting for, I just dropped my wheels off the Pirelli, so I'm just kind of chilling for a little bit.
All right, cool. Well, we're gonna take a quick 2-second break here because this is our intro stuff here, our whole intro scene where we talk about the track, and then we'll talk 250. So just stay on the line here a second, and we'll get right back to it. Okay, man?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right, guys. That's been our track talk, our intro. Sorry we had some technical difficulties there. That kind of shit happens. And we're going to take a quick 2-second break here
Especially on
and
this
come
show.
back with some 250 talk. Okay, cool. So let's talk 250s. Kev, you're the special guest on the phone. Where you want to start with 250s? These are the guys you're racing. Who you want to talk shit on first?
He doesn't talk shit about people, man. That's rude.
I don't know, man. I don't want to be the one that is known for talking shit on people, but I guess we could start with Jet.
That was a subpar performance at best, is where I'm going to go with this.
I kind of saw that coming, man.
I think
Too much hype.
He's probably, which actually Craig is surprised the hell out of me, but I think he's definitely going to be a championship contender if he can just kind of relax a little bit. The dude's unreal talented, and obviously, I race when he's younger, man. I don't want to give him that much props, but I got to. Just being
Like,
straight
fuck that
up,
kid.
I honestly think he can get it done. But yeah, he's just got to relax a little bit, be able to take that fourth if he needs to take a fourth, or a third if he needs to take a third, and just continue getting those points instead of making little mistakes like he did at the end of that race right there. I actually almost hit him when he
Well, RJ did
tried
hit
to
him.
pick his bike back up. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Yeah, I think I saw you because I was like, we're on TV again.
And then we saw RJ blast.
RJ, well, yeah. I mean, he just...
We got mad TV after that heat race.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was
yeah.
on for a whole lap all the way to the finish.
Aftermath and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that's nice.
I had to rewind it, take the video, send it to you, be like, bro, we're on TV for so
Hey,
long.
there is one person, though, I want Kevin's opinion on. Maximus Voland.
He
'Cause,
did surprise me a little bit.
Yeah, but still, factory KTM rider, all this hype around him. I want Kev's opinion on Max Voland.
Kev, what do you think about Max Volan, man?
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know any of these people, and I didn't obviously get to actually watch them because I was racing. But I battled with him for a little bit because I was in front of him for about the first half of the race.
Do you think it's too much too soon?
And then he came around me. I mean, he's young. I mean, he had a little bit more aggression than me at that point. Obviously, he had a lot
And more bite.
than me, I'm sure. But no, I mean, I think he's. Yeah, I would have to say he's good, but I don't know. Obviously being the only factory KTM rider, He's young, dude. It was his first race. I mean, he's good for his first race, but being that one rider, you think, they'd have somebody a little bit more experienced and better.
Yeah, because I'm not on board for that. I think it's too much too soon for a kid that young that didn't even race the A class.
I didn't think it was terrible.
I mean, he rode okay, don't get me wrong, but like it took him a good 5 to 6 laps to get around John Short.
JT made a very funny comment talking about fantasy, and they were like, well, yeah, he's a 1 handicap or something. And JT was like, I wouldn't have picked him at a 1 at Minios.
Look, well,
was
there was
funny.
there was a reason for that because he got 9th.
At
Yeah.
Minios, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not trying to shit on him, but we've talked about this, and like Kevin just said, like it's a lot when you're the only factory KTM rider. And the last time they had one was Marvin Muscan, and like yeah, he's got a long time to learn, but I think it's just a lot for one rider at his age.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't think it was as terrible as what I saw that going way worse.
Okay, so
I saw
I'm with
15th.
Travis on this one.
I saw 15th to 20th.
But think about it though. Okay, so he got 10th, right? I think he got 10th.
I was seeing
yeah.
Big Air top.
Not 9th or 10th. But think about this though. Like he was the last place factory rider.
Yes, but I think that's what everyone expected.
But that's the thing, though, is like I obviously don't know in the minds of the KTM guys, but we kind of know how they think. They're used to success, and even Ian Harrison said, like, yeah, we're not expecting a lot, but they're not expecting him to be the last place factory rider. Like Mitchell
Maybe.
Oldenburg beat him, and that's no disrespect, because Mitchell's a good rider, but like he was the last place factory guy. It took him a good 6 laps to get around John Short.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know, man. Like I said, I expected going in, I expected him to be somewhere like 15th to 20th, especially seeing how Minios went and all that kind of shit. I was like, man, this kid is going to struggle bus. And then we saw him in practice. He didn't look terrible. He got in the heat. He qualified straight in. I was like, okay, that's not bad. We got to the main, and then he just ran his race. And I don't think there's any expectations out of KTM. I know he's the only factory rider, and that usually comes with a ton of pressure because you are that factory Red Bull KTM, but I don't think he's got that this year.
At some point, though, he's going to have to start. I mean, I know it's obviously the first round and stuff, but I think that if we get to like the last Indy round and he still hasn't gotten any better than the 10th, I think that it's going to start to change.
Maybe, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. I don't know.
Yeah, I would have to say that he handled it pretty well being his first Supercross.
Yeah.
And, you got to think about all the pressures on him. Like, he handled it pretty well. But I will also say this. I'll vouch for him on this. That track, as long as you were able to, like, put in good laps, very, very tough to pass on.
Oh, yeah.
That was my next thing. Like,
Because, like, there was one kind of majority, the main line, right? So, like, you got to think, after that triple, the Supercross triple after the finish, yeah, you can go inside or outside, but it's pretty similar because then it just shaves down to that everybody was trying to hit that inside before the loops. Then you go through the loops, and there's kind of one main line to the rhythm section unless you big ball it and go big on it, then you can get around somebody. But if not, then you're turning and everybody's going 2, 3, 3, 2 to the inside before the finish. Everybody's hitting the same line before that triple after the finish. Like, it was pretty tough to set somebody up unless they made a mistake.
and the whoops look like braking bumps,
Turds.
or at least on TV.
Were they small?
Yeah, they were not very big. I mean, it was just, they were easy, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think when it comes to a gnarly set of whoops, he's going to struggle as well.
I think when we get to Indy, when it's soft, it's. I think you're going to see him struggle. But I'm not trying to shit on the kid. Like, I'm just saying, though,
We've shit on him enough.
at some point, KTM, they're going to want something out of him. And I think that if he doesn't start showing up, then I think the conversation is going to change a little bit. But, yeah, I think he did great. I just, like I said, being the only factory KTM rider and the first time back since Marv and Justin Hill, I think that eventually it's going to start like, hey, you got to do something.
Yeah, maybe.
But
How old is he?
16?
I thought he turned 17.
Oh, did he?
I don't know.
Props to the kid. Top 10 first Supercross. I think he's killing it.
It's like a jet thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, he doesn't have as much hype.
We're
as Jet.
we're all just brainwashed of the 16-year-old success of like Stu and Millsap.
Pastrana.
Yeah. So
So, can we talk about RJ is raw?
RJ's always
RJ's
been raw.
Like, real raw.
Hey, how
RJ's
many-
Just RJ. I was not surprised the least when he pushed the front.
Hey, how many times is he
No.
going to push the face going up the face of a jump? Because he's done this like 10 million times in his career. That after the left-hander where Zacho, the rhythm section, that single double across the start, where Christian almost tagged the
yeah.
tough block. Like, how many times is RJ going to do this? Because he's done this like a lot of times in his career.
Like, all the
when he
time.
wa-
And I get it, you're like leaning in, rolling up the face, but you're trying not to get too much of a lean angle, and then you're shifting, and then all your momentum's going to the outside. But like, he's done this quite a few times in his career, and it's like, dude, like, I don't know.
Dude, that on-off section there.
About went to Indonesia.
Oh my God! Every single time he would like go super front end high to do that wheel tap, and then it would just fucking huck him forward. And I was like, every time they had the camera on him and he did it, I was like, oh my God, he's gonna die. Like we're gonna watch RJ fucking die right.
Well,
here.
the whoops too, man. Like he was. Getting
Oh my
loose.
God! Yeah, it was.
That's
bad.
just how he is. That's just who he.
That's
is.
just who he.
This is who he is.
But hey, man, though, once again, you always saw that raw speed. But yeah, if he just learned to calm it down like 5%, like maybe he'd get through a series.
Yeah, well, Stu is the same way. It's fine.
Yeah, but Stu won.
Jordan Smith's the same way. It's cool.
Stop talking about Jordan Smith.
Look, dude, we're going to talk
Stop.
a lot about Jordan Smith this year.
Yeah,
because,
I don't
whatever,
think
dude.
so because he's not even going to come to the line. He'll be
well,
good.
that's true, too, which that will make me talk a lot about him in that show.
We're going to talk about Cameron McAdoo a lot too.
Okay, well, anyway, so Austin Faulkner.
Solid second, just mailed her in. I mean, he wasn't catching Christian, but I think it was great.
I thought it was a good ride. He came from a little ways back. He had to get through some guys on a track that essentially wasn't easy to pass on.
No, him and Jet though. Like I was expecting a little bit more fireworks. He just passed him and gapped him.
Yeah, Jet didn't really have anything for him the other
No.
day. To me, the Jet thing almost looked like he had nerves because it didn't look like he was riding like Jet rides.
Well,
Jet is smooth and flowy.
The moment that Fortner got around him, though, like, were you a little surprised though, like when RJ and Colt were closing on him, like how he just didn't have anything after that? It wasn't like it
he
seemed like
didn't until you got to the end, and then you got to the end, and all of a sudden it was like Jet was right back there again, and it's like, wait,
I think
where
he
the fuck
calmed
did
down. He got
come
his heart
from?
rate. I think he
Yeah,
calmed down and got his heart rate down.
he chilled for a second and put another charge in.
I think Jet is putting too much pressure on himself because this is just my personal thought, right? Obviously, the kid's a badass. He was like that crazy race with him and Ferrandis that he ended up knocking himself out. Like, the dude can win, but I think
sure.
that when he came out and he's like, obviously, just the way Jet is, I think I've never met the kid. I think I don't know, but he thinks that he's obviously you have to think that way when you're at that level, but he thinks he's top dog. So when he was trying to race with Austin and he noticed that I think he was just trying to push himself too hard, thinking that he needs to beat Austin right off the get-go, because I'm sure it's a mental thing.
Yep.
So I think that he was probably just a little bit flustered that he wasn't ahead of him or, all over him or trying to pass him. It was vice versa. So I bet it was more of just him not being able to relax and focus on him. I think he was focusing too much on Austin.
Well, it's kind of like in the heat race when Austin got around him. Like he tried running down the inside and he faded too far and he checked up and then he clipped the tough block and he stalled it.
Yeah.
No, I agree with what he just said 100%.
To be there with Austin. I think he just needs to relax a little bit.
So do you think that with saying that, because like I feel like a lot of people are on the other side of it, they feel like everybody else is putting pressure on him. Do you feel that if he doesn't start performing, do you think eventually he's going to start getting in his own head all the time?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, he's young, so I'm sure that will happen. But it's, like, for me, it's different. I've never been in that situation, never been on a factory ride kind of deal. Obviously, that's the goal. But I would have to say, like, I'm hard enough on myself that I really wouldn't kind of give a shit what other people said. I would just kind of brush it off and try to focus on myself, because as soon as you let somebody else, for instance, say like a team manager or something like that, get in your head and like they're pissing you off, then it's not going to help your riding.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I don't know. It's definitely wild how mental it is when you get to this level.
Oh God, yeah.
Was anybody screaming at anybody on the start line?
Oh, Jesus.
A la Cooper Webb in Utah last year.
No.
Well, that's lame. I would totally be doing that. I would be Cooper Webb in every single race, whether they could hear me or not.
So
and then Travis would stall it coming out of the gate.
I mean, that might
Harvey
happen,
style?
but
So-
it'd be fine.
so-
I'd be in their head.
Instead of talking about the factory guys because we got a few more guys, can we talk about Kevin's ride? Kevin, are you happy with this? Like, I know it's first race, and I know that Travis said you didn't really have the good off season, but
This is the way I look at it, right? So I want to be absolutely ecstatic, but I'm not.
yeah,
Because to come out first round, like last year, first round, I had shitty luck to even make the main. So we transferred straight into the main from like 15th. So I came like 14th, 15th, up to 9th. And then obviously did good in the main, tied my career best. I should be ecstatic. But I'm freaking pissed, to be honest, because I was in the top 10 and I had top 10 in the sight. But it's not my cardio that's off. Like, obviously I've been in the gym doing everything I possibly can. But realistically, I've only had 5 days on Supercross before this. So, once we hit that halfway point, I was starting to fall off of John Short a little bit, just making stupid little mistakes, tightening up. So it's like the muscles that you use while you ride, for instance, like your arms, your shoulders, stuff like that, that's what gave way for me, and that's why I trickled backwards instead of staying up there and fighting to get into that top 10. So to be really honest, I have to be happy with it, considering hitting that deer, just all the shit that I had to deal with on the off season, all the adversity I had to overcome. So I have to be stoked with it, but I'm not happy with it at all because I want to break that top 10, and that's what we're going to do this year.
So when you get halfway into the season, that's your goal at that point is top 10?
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's always the goal for privateers and stuff, but
I
that's...
be stoked because it was tying my best overall finish, but I'm not stoked because I had top 10 in sights and I let it slip.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of the gist.
I thought it was great. I mean,
No, I thought he rode good.
Knowing the off season that you had, I thought it was great. So
Well, especially after you talked
that's
about
why
that.
I can't be upset with it. Like, it was good, but it needs to be better, and I want it to be better.
yeah, you
But
didn't.
I think that's a good feeling. Like, I'm happy that I'm not satisfied with it. I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah, that's a good way. You didn't listen to our fantasy podcast the other day, did you?
No, I did not.
Okay, good because
Yeah, Travis was kind of a dick.
I had you highlighted.
Me and Cole were like, "Are we going to pick Kevin?" And then Travis told us that, and we're like, "Eh."
I was like, in the nicest way possible, he has not had a good offseason, so I would probably shy away from picking him here in the first couple rounds.
He's got a 7 handicap for Tuesday, so.
How you feeling? This is a terrible spot to put him in. Hey, man, so we think about picking you for fantasy.
No,
How you feel like
we're
you're
not
gonna
doing
do on
that.
Tuesday?
We're not doing that. We're just asking.
Do not listen to me whatsoever. All right? You do whatever the hell you want to do. 'Cause I'm not getting pinned on anybody's. All I'm saying is your boy never quit, and he's here to get shit done.
Yeah, because if you quit, I'd have come through this fucking phone like a spider monkey at you and been like, what the fuck are we doing here, bud?
Oh, I know Kevin don't quit. I remember those arena cross days.
that Liat helmet.
Those arena cross days, getting into it with some people.
Speaking of arena cross and getting into it, y'all see that Alessi Stank Dog fucking
Man, I don't even
screaming at each other.
That was dumb.
I don't even care. Like, honestly, arena
Bro,
cross these days is not what it used to be.
Alessi, 40 years old.
He's not 40, dude. He's 33.
Still fucking pissing people off in arena
He'll
cross.
still make mains in the 450 class, though.
Yeah, he would.
Hey,
Be fine.
so I heard a question on one of the pulp shows the other day, and I think we should throw it out there. What do you guys think will happen first? Who's going to retire first, Marty or the Martin brothers?
Definitely Martine.
The Martin brothers?
Yeah.
100%. I would hope Marty, because isn't Marty older than the Martin brothers?
Yeah, A-Mart's 30 and J-Mart's like 27. But
I thought Amar was like 31.
No, he might be just turning 31, but
I don't know. Do you think Brayton outlasts them all?
No, yeah, I'm like 95% sure that he is 31. I swear I heard an interview and talking about it.
I think so.
well, Martine's like what, 33, 34?
34, I think his birthday was the other day. So
Well, he ain't racing until he's 40.
So,
Crashes
Who,
too much
Marty?
still.
yeah, Marty. Marty, baby.
Hey, though, can we talk about the man of the hour in the 250 class, though? Christian Craig.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about Joe Schmoda.
Joe just had a simple ride.
No, there are three guys I want to touch on. I want to touch on Christian because I don't think we all really expected that.
I'm so happy for that dude.
Yeah, we've all shit on him pretty hard.
Hey, I don't shit on him.
Hey, bro, he called us all out.
I'm a Christian Craig believer.
Whatever.
Press conference, so.
The sneaky good ride from Colt Nichols.
Okay.
I want to touch on
All
that.
those starts were terrible. So if he can get a start.
Yep. And I do want to touch on Joe
What place did he
Shimoda.
get?
Third, Colt did. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, just sneaky good, right?
Yeah, I think if he could get a start.
Is he one of your boys that rides in Oklahoma, or at least he used to, or something?
He's Bogle's boy. I've never really met him.
Oh, okay.
Aren't him and Benny, though, friends?
Him and Nichols?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's what I thought.
Kev, we need you to
semi-Oklahoma based, so yeah.
be boys with Nickel and Bogle because we
Jesus.
we want
Oh,
you
God.
to dress fly as hell. And
Dude,
come
I can't
walking
see
in.
Kev wearing a cross on his ear. I can't see him wearing a cross earring. I can't see it.
We need a nice cut beard and a cross earring.
They want you to get tight with Nichols and Bogle. And
I didn't
fucking
say that.
Walk in.
And look like a TikTok.
I don't care about Bogle. Nichols, I like him. I don't know. Mm-mm. Not Pack EMH or whatever.
Yeah, those two are.
Actually, I don't know if y'all are a fan of Bogle or not, but I think Bogle's pretty cool, man.
I love Bogle, dude. I like
his wing a little bit in Oklahoma, so I praise it up to him.
Hey, so Bogle has been my desktop wallpaper more times than not.
The Geico days?
Wow, when he's like doing all that weird stylish shit he does.
The turn down leg swag?
Just the weird shit where he's leaning back, grabbing his helmet, like with his fucking back touching the fender.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
All right, so what do you guys want to talk about Craig? What do you
Are you
want?
going to keep shitting on him?
He's still on a prove it to me basis.
What?
That was okay.
That still was it was an impressive ride.
Bro, he was
a
the
good
best.
ride.
He was the best guy out there from the press day on.
That is the Christian Craig we've seen for multiple years.
But we haven't, though.
That if he would not have these dumb things, that this would be what we would see all the
we're
time.
going to have our first argument of the show. I
But
disagree because
we see all these dumb.
But
all this dumb shit happens all the time. The little tip over.
But there was no dumb
fucking
shit.
Dylan thing. All that shit
yeah,
happens
tip
all the
over in the
time.
heat.
But he still won, though.
Yeah.
He still won the heat race. Even after a knife in the front end, he still won, though. See, before Craig, after he'd go down like that, even in a heat race, he'd get all in his head and he'd start going backward. He'd start mistiming stuff, getting loose in the whoops.
Look, I'm not convinced we're not past that. Okay, I'm not convinced we're past that point.
So it's
okay?
kind of like what we talked about though with this group of 250 guys though, and put Fortner in it, put Jed in it, put RJ, Colt. All these guys have had instances where they've been capable of winning, but then they all make that mental mistake. And that's the thing though is that all of them, Fortner didn't, but all of them hit the ground at least once or twice.
It's
but
early. Give Fortner time.
Bro, calm down.
He's gonna hit the ground.
Jed already hit the ground, so let's not talk about that.
That's totally fine.
But
Just give
all I'm
Fortner
saying
time.
is that if you're not already a believer, I know it was just one race, but how dominant it was, then I don't know what else I can tell you. Like, that was not the Christian Craig we normally see.
Fastest qualifier, heat win, main win.
And I know the press day thing doesn't matter, but he even said he wanted to go out there and he wanted to prove a point the first time his tires touched the
Yeah,
track.
well, he looked good in press day also.
Craig, though, normally...
And that was a good ride.
But
I'm
he
not
doesn't
gonna
normally
argue
put
that.
this in through a whole entire day, though.
No,
I'm not convinced he can do it for a whole entire season.
But the thing is who would
There we
you
are.
say, though, is convincing that he could, though? Because that's the thing. You look at all these guys, and none of them have been able to do it.
Whoever hits the ground the least in the East here is going.
Did you mean for that to run?
No, I didn't. It just
But
came out that way.
That's the question, though, is that if you don't believe in Craig after that dominant performance, who are you going to believe in?
I don't believe in any of them. They're all fucking nut jobs. Kevin
See?
included.
Wow.
I'll say that right to the
That was a
fucking
dick-
face.
that was
I
a
don't care.
dickhead
They're all
move,
nut
man.
jobs.
That's a dickhead
They're
move.
all fucking nut jobs.
He doesn't like you anymore.
Look, I bet that check still cashes every month.
Jesus
All right, let's just.
Easy.
But anyway, dude, no, I think they're all fucking nut jobs, and whoever hits the deck the least is going to win the East Coast title. That's it. That's all there is to it.
Christian Craig. or
Whether it
Austin
be
Fortner.
Craig, Fortner, Jet, fuck even RJ.
RJ's not winning.
They're all going to get COVID, and
Jet's
our
not
man
winning.
Kevin's winning a title.
Actually, you know who's winning? Shimoda's winning the fucking title.
It is kind of wild, the thought of, like, that's probably going to happen at some point this year, that one of the top guys is going to get COVID and it's going to screw him.
That is wild,
It's going
too.
to be Eli Tomac.
Alrighty. I don't know. Well, no, that wouldn't be able to work.
Kevin's trying to think of a way he can win this championship.
Some way.
You should invite them all over. And just
Kevin's
going to
get a vial of COVID and just give it to every one of them. Just sneak it past him, and they'd be like, I won the championship.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, there's got to be. There's no way that they don't have something ready to go, or they haven't paid somebody off. Like, you really think they're going to spend all this money, for instance, like Tomac, and say Tomac risks, or somehow he gets it, and they're just done? Like, how does that make sense?
They'll pay somebody off. or
Well, the
something.
thing though is that somebody, and we've already probably heard it, like a lot of people have, but like somebody, I guess one of the top guys, I don't know if it was 250, 450, but had it in Salt Lake, and they paid people to just not talk about it.
No shit.
Yeah, but I don't know if it, like I said, I don't know if it's 250, 450, but I guess somebody tested positive and they just kind of swept it underneath the rug. But the thing though is that with how ridiculous everything is getting, like even though our sport is still small, no other sport has been able to get away with somebody testing positive and then just sweep it underneath the rug. So
I think our sport's still small enough to where we can.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know what's going to happen if it gets to that point and then it find out, oh, somebody had COVID.
Well, here's the thing.
And they name drop.
If
Dude,
you're
it's just like Carmichael back in the day. 25 points. Okay, I'll just sit the season out. Oh, here's your 25 points.
Oh, I thought we were going to go blood doping. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, he blood dope too.
Yeah,
But
EPOs.
That's Kev's boy. You guys shouldn't talk shit like that.
I like Carmichael. Shut up.
I want to know what program he's on to get back into get his jawline back.
Bro.
What?
Dude, he's just putting in the
He's
work.
thin
okay?
now, man.
That's what I'm saying. He got his jawline back.
You gotta love the
Botox.
process. Love the process. So, Carmichael, bro.
Kev's like, this show is getting stupid. Fuck this.
He's not Fat Ricky anymore, all right? He was Fat Ricky for a while.
Jesus.
So, here's the thing, though. How do these teams not fly these guys private to every fucking race?
Are you referring to Kenny and Eli?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, that made it, the way that whole situation went down, it sounded like they did that out of their own pocket. How are these big teams, especially like Kawasaki, you have two of the top dudes. How's Husky not doing it? How's
'Cause it costs a
KTM
lot of
not
money.
doing it? Okay, but is it worth a title?
Well, if you ask Carmichael and Chad, they had their own private jet, so.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying.
Way off 250 top.
We're way
we're
off
doing this.
250 talk.
Anyways, can we go back to the 250s? I just can't. No.
All right, fine. Let's go back to 250s. Let's talk about Joe Shimoda because that was impressive to me.
It kind of like what he did in the last year in 250s, though.
Watching him all off season, some of the videos I saw, and just like how good his technique looked, standing up in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Like I can go back to Craig. One spot that I saw he was making up, just a little bit of time, but it was enough. Was that little double before the finish line? He'd stand up all the way through the corner and just drive through it with his legs. Where a lot of guys I saw were going around the corner with their leg out and trying to lay into it and scrub into it with their leg out. Shimoda is one of those guys that I've seen while he's riding starting to use his legs a lot and push through the stuff with his legs, and he just looks like a whole different guy on that Kawasaki. So
He looks a
I
lot
kind
more-
of saw that coming.
He looks like he has a lot more room to move because, like I mentioned it, he looks a lot more extended on the bike, but you could tell when he was on that Honda, like how cramped he was. And now it just seems like he has a lot more room to move around and he can actually be comfortable because if you notice, like he puts his hips back and then his chest kind of gets backwards and he looks a lot more comfortable on the Cowie than he did on the Honda.
All right. Anything else with 250s here? Because we're getting towards our time where I got to reset that one camera. Since we're still average Joe's gym over here.
Yeah, since we were way off topic talking about random shit.
Look, dude, there's nothing random about private jets. Kev, you got anything else you want to talk
Kevin's
about
still
with 250s? I know you were
I
racing.
think that's about it.
I know you were racing, so you didn't get to see a lot of it, but
Yeah, no.
Do you the day after go watch it back right away when you find time, or has time been pretty slim?
I just watched my heat race and my main.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't.
So yeah, I didn't really watch because like my phone was just absolutely blowing up because of like the way they gave me the TV time at the end of the heat race. So like I had just a shit ton of people messaging me and posting to Instagram about that, sending me videos and stuff. So it was pretty cool.
That is cool.
That is cool.
yep, it's a good time. It's a good time. All right, cool. Well, we'll take a quick break here. We will go pay some bills, and we will come back with our 450 wrap up and then get this show tied up with a bow. So we'll be right back. Okay, all right, let's talk 450s here. Kev got off the phone with us. He had some stuff to do, racing stuff. Quit playing with that fucking zip tie.
having that.
Well, I saw you.
Let's just hope that this 450 segment doesn't go as far off the rails as the other one did.
I
That
thought
seems
about
to
it.
happen when we got other people on the line.
Honestly, I kind of thought about just getting off the whole segment thing anyway, because look at this. We're official now. We just sit here and talk all day.
I mean, let's get some feedback from the people.
all right, people, comment down below. Should we get rid of the sections? Should we just talk for
Spitball.
an hour or two here, however long it's gonna be? What should we do exactly?
450s, though. Where do we want to start off? Because there was a lot going on.
Can we start with Marty's loop out?
No. I think the only way to start is a welcome to the 450 class, courtesy of
Chase Sexton.
Brandon Hartraft, from basically hole shotting to 10th place in 3/4 of a lap.
Still made the main.
Still made the main. But
He
I mean,
did.
You know who else made the main? Can we just give some credit to the man?
Seven Deuce or Alex Ray?
The 7 Deuce Deuce.
Bro, I know.
Yeah, well, just think about, though, once again, think about if McElrath would have been there, Anstey would have been there, if Bogle would have decided to
Yeah,
race.
but they weren't.
But what I'm saying is that, it goes back to what we talked about. If the guys that are actually all supposed to show up and race, no privateers making it in.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
it's not even going to be close.
Right.
100%.
Speaking of that, one more thing. Do we have any idea if Hill's actually going to race this year?
Not a fucking clue.
No sign of life.
Boo.
No one cares.
Just put a monster claw on your chest.
Baggett's going to go to the MXGPs.
Eat a bag of dicks.
You think?
Yes.
No. What's your
Breaking
source?
news, you heard it here first. We are the only moto media outlet that Blake Baggett has gotten back to.
No. Somebody said he texted him back. I can't remember who it was.
There's just rumors.
Yeah, it was us.
There's just rumors.
Yeah, it was us.
There's just rumors. I don't think he's actually going to go to the GPs, but there's just rumors that he's been talking
We
to
probably
people.
should just quit. We don't go to the races anyway.
No, here we go.
Oh God, here we go. Now we got beef. But hold on, because if somebody calls him out about beef, he'll just.
Hey, we should just do that. Let's just like
Hey, man.
let's just like make a marketing strategy. Let's call Gypsy Tales out.
Is our goal?
I don't want to call Gypsy Tales out. I like that guy.
Can
I
we
do
just,
too, but let's start a fake beef. Get our numbers up. Get his
can
up.
we get a,
you know?
can we get a
Just
beef,
get everybody's numbers
Can we get
up.
a beef going with Johnny Hopper and Jeremy Hammer? Just all of them.
Oh, I'll give Hammer the fucking hammer.
Can we? Hey, you know what would actually be the perfect thing is we talk enough shit about Mathis if somebody sees this,
Oh, God.
and then we get our name mentioned on the Pulp
Oh,
Show.
God. No, all they're gonna do is just be like, these fucking idiots that no one's ever heard of are talking shit about us. Shocker.
Yeah, that's how it would be.
But I like JT Money, so
I like Weege. I like Weege.
Yeah, I like Weege.
I like
Mathis,
Steve, too.
you suck a dick.
I like Steve most.
Wow. Okay.
I don't like Steve
we
at
just
all.
went there.
I don't
You
like
talk
Steve.
about me. That was aggressive. You just went right
I'm
for it.
feeling it with this microphone, man.
Hey,
You really have some balls going on behind this microphone, like a big pair here.
What happened to your boy?
Who? Which one?
You mean the fact that he hit somebody's rear wheel?
I'm talking Sexton.
Oh.
Oh.
Martine decided to go
Well,
flying Hawaiian.
I'm not sure if you've listened to the wrap-up show. He crashed twice on the sight lap, which was awesome.
That 450 a little bit too much for him indoors.
I have no idea.
I
No,
used all his
that-
energy for that hop.
Look, bro.
That crash was not his fault, though.
I
Party
was
Martin
gonna say,
decided to go flying Hawaiian.
You
and
decided to
land
party.
himself
So
You-
flew to Hawaii.
you can't really throw that or like, well, the Zacho thing, I guess you could put a little bit more on Zacho because it was a shitty start and just a bad situation
I
he was
want to
in.
make a comment on Zach.
But as far as the Sexton thing goes, you can't really pin that on Sexton, okay?
No.
Sexton was out there, he was fast, he was fucking fastest qualifier, he
But-
looked good all day.
Where
It was literally just a
where
circumstantial
was he
thing.
running before that happened? Where was
Oh, dude,
I don't know.
he was far back. He was like I think 13 or 14.
He was ahead of the
They
guy
were-
with the number 1 on the front.
They
of
were
his bike.
buried.
Oh,
They were
wasn't
buried. No, he might have been like 11th or 12th. They were buried though.
I would say he was back in the pack, but I mean, when Marty goes down in front of you like that, you have nowhere to go.
He definitely got a
Yeah.
welcome to the 450 class though in Supercross.
Yeah.
I think it's good as JT said. It kind of will level him out because let's face it, you come out in outdoors, you set the fastest time, you run up front, you don't have any issues, and then you come into indoors, you set the fastest time. If he'd have gone through that race and not had any issues and finished say in the top 5, 6, whatever, then your head
would've got
gets
cocky.
way bigger than it already
He's
is,
one of those
and that
guys.
turns into a
He's
problem.
one of those big-headed guys.
Yeah.
Now he is. Yeah, he's getting a reality check though.
Well, hey, dude, that's all right. He took Fortner's. Was it Fortner's trick too?
Oh God.
Who knows?
Anyways,
Well, McAdoo took his. So.
Speaking of beef here,
well, and Coop took
We should get
J-Marks.
Kevin on our Moto TMZ.
bury the beef
He
here.
could be our secret little mole.
Oh man, no, because people will figure that out really quick.
Kev ain't that guy. Kinda
No,
guy.
he's
I
not
can-
that guy. We can find somebody to be that guy.
We could. We should.
We should. Bet Anstey would do it.
Yeah, because Anstey don't give a shit.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, because Anstey would talk to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would because he doesn't
I
care.
don't know. I don't
Anyway.
think I've DM'd him yet.
Just DM him. Just lay it on the line. Hey, we want all the beef in the pits.
We want to bury the beef.
Yeah, because the thing is, he doesn't give a shit. He'd go up and just say something to somebody because they ain't gonna do anything.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious.
So, I hate to make Travis's head big over here.
Oh boy, here we go. Yes,
Yes.
let's hear this,
There
baby.
you go. I gotta give credit where credit is due. Osborne from dead last in the first corner to work his way
Fucking
into the top 10.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on.
He was okay.
In this stack of a field, and he was able to
That
do
was
that.
a good fucking ride.
I think he would have been fine if he got a good start in the main, but I still don't believe that he would have been anywhere near Kenny or Barcia.
Did you see him go around the
No,
outside?
but I would have seen him
What?
out maybe on the
You see,
podium.
Maybe.
you seen the heat when he went around the outside? Your boy Coop,
That looked
fucking
good too.
fucking.
First
Tomac.
off, don't say my boy Coop
fucking
because
Tomac.
Hey,
Tomac that shit
say,
around
he-
the outside
here's the thing though, and we can keep
of
talking.
the 2019 champion.
But see, here's the thing though. Something is going on.
See ya,
with-
bitch.
Something is. He ain't gonna do that every round. Something is happening
Okay.
with Coop and Eli though, because those were not Coop and Eli. That's
Well,
the thing.
Eli, like
That was an Eli performance.
okay. If you look at Eli every first round every year,
But that was bad,
Terrible.
though, dude. That was really bad.
I mean, that was really terrible.
I mean,
I
haven't
went
s-
around him and he looked like he was like looking for a hot dog.
Look, I don't like Eli, and everybody knows that. But like, I'll even admit that. Like, we can talk about he's had some bad performances, and everybody wants to talk about he's never won the first round, no matter where it's been.
Nope.
But that was not a typical even Eli bad performance. Like after the Freezy thing, and we didn't see it, but they got the side camera view. I don't know if he tried running Freezy wide.
Yes.
But like,
he let Freeze get in his head.
but that wasn't Freeze's fault though. Like Eli ran it in on him. Freeze got too much of a lean angle, and then he had nowhere to go. Like,
Well, it wasn't, but you reap what you sow, and Freeze being Freeze.
but Vince
as soon
didn't-
as you get
no,
into it with Freeze at all,
Vince didn't do anything in that corner though. He was already in the corner. Eli ran it in deep on him.
Eli is not very good at trying to block.
No, like Cooper Webb style.
look, I don't care. Okay, if I run into Vince Freeze and go down, I'm still pissed at Freeze. Okay.
See, but that's dumb though because that's Eli just getting all emotional, thinking people just not getting his way.
well, that's Eli.
But I will
Rock
say
for
this
you.
though, Zacho, yes, he rode good. He rode great in the heat race, but I'm not going to say that he wouldn't have won the race though.
No. I'm not
I-
calling that.
I'm
I'm just
not
saying
sure
that was
it'd
a
be that.
respectable ride coming from that.
I just want to see what happens though, and we talk about this like everybody's not always on it. But like, yeah, he rode good. But once again, we know something was going on with Coop. We know something was going on with Eli. Like, I want to know what's going to happen then when those two are on it. But yes, Zacho, he rode good, and yeah, it was his fault that he got a bad start. I don't know what the hell like he was doing. Like his reaction time was absolutely
I
terrible.
would say it was dog. I mean, when you watched him go down that first corner, he was like dead fucking last anyway, and then he
But-
ran in the back of somebody.
But the thing is, though, is I even said, even though I don't think he's going to win a race and I don't think he's going to be battling for a title, I still can't see him doing worse than top 5. Like, he's still one of the best guys in the class. I just don't think he's on those. I mean, we'll see where Barcia goes, but like with Kenny, Coop, and Eli. But can we talk about, like, I guess we just talked about Eli, but like Coop? I have an opinion on what was going on with him. I don't
Hey,
think
great, spit it out.
I don't think he was sick. I think that we've listened to him how bad last year went for him, you know, getting hurt. He thought he could have won the title had he not fucking went through the air and landed on his back and then been sick in St. Louis.
in his concrete.
But I think that he put so much pressure on himself through the offseason. He probably worked harder than he has in a long time. And I think that everybody was talking about, yeah, dude, that you could have won last year. You're going to be the guy that's going to win it again.
burn himself.
This and that. And I don't think he was physically drained when he got there. But I think that when the main hit, I think that mentally, he just didn't have anything. I think there was so much pressure on him. And we talk about Coop being one of the most mentally stable guys, not just in this country, but in the world riding a dirt bike. I think we can all agree with that. You can't break him. But I think that it just kind of got to him that,
I
like,
will
hey,
break you.
I think that he didn't have anything. I mean, when is the last time that we've seen Coop in the last 2 years get a 12th place start and only get 10th? Past two guys. I mean, him and Savacci, and this is not a knock on Joey, but like him and Savacci were battling for a good 7 laps. Like, I have not seen Coop do that since the Yamaha days. And he just didn't have anything. And I think mentally, this is just my opinion, I think mentally, I think everything got to him. I think he didn't have anything. He just like,
a rare time.
I just do. He
I don't know. I
didn't-
don't know how I
think
could have
that-
that opinion. We don't even go to the races.
I don't think the heat race set well with him either. He had that. He should have won that heat race. That
Yeah.
was his to win.
And then
You got a
Zach
guy
went
that-
around the outside like
you got
boss.
a guy like AP pressuring you, and Coop's like, "What the hell is this guy doing?"
Yeah,
Like-
like AP thing's gonna fuck with some people this
Sometimes
year.
it's like we know that Coop isn't always the fastest guy, but because his racecraft is so good and that whole like being able to have eyes in the back of your head, he still does well. Detroit 2019 comes to mind in the Triple Crown, but it wasn't a speed thing. He just didn't have anything on Saturday night, and it's been since the Yamaha days. So I think mentally, I think he was just drained. I think that it got to him. He got what? He get 9th? He get 9th or 10th? I don't know.
Tenth,
I don't
10th.
know.
So-
So I don't have the results pulled up.
I think that was with him. That was all going on with him. But Eli, I think that I know it was one round, but he just made it real hard to repeat.
Yeah.
100%.
13th is not.
Especially with this field for at least let's say 4 or 5 rounds, because we don't have to worry about guys getting hurt at the test track.
And now he doesn't have that extra day to like go back to Colorado or California and work on anything. So now Tuesday's going to be real interesting
Tuesday's gonna come real fast.
because Salt Lake he didn't really have a bad round. So you're like, oh, what's Eli going to do now? First round he's had a bad round. Tuesday's going to be real interesting. Is he be able to rebound or is it going to compound it? And if it gets worse, I don't think if he has 1 or 2 more bad rounds, I think the championship's already
If
over.
he doesn't get this straightened out, if he doesn't
by next Saturday,
get in the podium spot by next Saturday by the 3rd
It's
Houston,
over.
it's bad.
It's gonna be tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coop's the same way. Coop's got to get his shit together by round 3 otherwise.
But the thing is the field is so stacked right now. This tomorrow night, it could be.
That's great.
It could be Barcia and Roxon back in 14.
Could be, but this is where I think too that Zacho ride was so impressive. From coming from literally on the ground dead last in the first corner to 10th. I mean, let's face it, we've been spoiled for years. We have watched these guys, the top guys especially. They can go down the first corner by lap 3, they're in 10th place. By lap 5, 6, they're well within the top 10 and working their way through. I don't think we're I don't think we're gonna see that anymore because there's too many dudes. But the fact that Zach worked his way all the way up to 10th, and then you watch guys like Coop, you watch guys like Tomac, and especially Tomac.
Yeah, he was 11th.
He's like 11th or 10th.
I thought it was 10th.
No.
Coop was 10th.
Because
No
AP
way.
got 9th because Frenchie passed AP on the last lap for
Dude,
him.
Zach was 10th. I'm telling you. Now you're making me look it up. All right, you guys talk.
Oh, your boy, and you don't know what place he got?
My
See,
boy
here's
got
the thing.
10th. That's why you guys are making
You
me
didn't
get
get
10th.
Hey,
Well, yeah, that's fine.
okay.
Whatever, dude.
So here's the thing, though. I think it was impressive, but you also can't deny, as much as you are a Zacho fan, that how some of the things went his way to get to wherever he got.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Well, let's see. Okay, so Eli goes down, Sexton goes down. Savacci's first race back in Supercross, he passed him. Party Marty decided to go to Hawaii when he flew through the air. And even Vince Freeze, who was riding good, who Vince is obviously not on Zacho's level, but even Vince was having his issues. So, yes, it was impressive for him to go down in the first turn and get back to where he did. But let's also be
Guys
honest.
did have issues.
Zach Osborne was 10th place.
Okay,
Webb
well,
was 9th.
Okay. So then Frenchie got 7th. So that.
So, like I said, to come back.
But he had a
down-
lot of things go his way, though.
What do you mean?
He just didn't listen to anything I just said.
No, I didn't. I was looking it up. Why would you talk to me? I told you
all
guys.
right,
to stop.
so he had a lot of things go his way. Eli was having a bad race. Savacci's first race back in Supercross. Freeze, even though he's not on Zacho's level, was having a bad race. Party Marty decided to go to Hawaii. Sexton was having a bad race. Like, there was a lot of different things that he had going on. And even, because if you look at it when he got to, 13th, when him, Eli, and Dino were battling freight training, it took him, 4 laps to get around Wilson? So, yes, he did get 10th, and that was good. But he had a lot of things go his way to get 10th. It's not like he just got to 10th because he was faster than everybody else. Eli went down. Like I said, Sexton went down. Martine went down. Wilson, I don't ever expect Wilson to beat Zacho. And like I said, Joey's first race back. But even with
Hey,
Joey, it took
Dino,
him...
first practice,
I don't care.
fastest.
But even Joey, though, it took him 3 laps to get around Joey. And Joey was fading hard. So, like, yes, he got 10th, and that was great, and I'm not going to take it away from him. But you also can't just say, oh, he got 10th because...
Who else went through the field in the 450 class like that in the main?
None of them...
Name one other guy in that race, which I know you just named all these guys that had bad races, like Eli and Cooper and stuff.
Are you talking about when going down in the first turn?
No, I'm just saying any dude in that main
Ferrandis
event
made some moves.
that had a bad Ferrandis, yes. So
Well,
Ferrandis
Ferrandis
did.
passed AP on the last lap.
Yes.
He went around Anderson around the outside.
So Ferrandis did make some good moves, and yes, he is another one that moved up. I'm not sure he quite passed as many people as Zach, but whatever. I mean, he had the best race out of anybody outside of, I guess, Barcia and Kenny, but as far as like moving through people, the way he looked, I guess, doing it, I mean, dude.
But like I said, when you have a bunch of guys crash in front of you, though, as you're moving forward, it takes away from it a little bit.
I mean, yeah, Freeze and Tomac were on the ground.
Sexton,
that was 5,
Martine.
6 seconds that he made up a lot easier.
Yeah, but nobody else did it.
I understand that, but like I said, when you have guys crash in front of you to get to there, it takes away from it a
Like
little
the
bit.
point he's making, if Kenny went down in the first corner or I don't know, maybe let's not use Kenny as an example. Let's use AP as an example. He goes down in the first corner, and he's working his way through. Tomac and Freeze go down. He's getting the same 5, 6 seconds as I was
Yes.
getting.
So it's not me taking anything away from Zach's ride. He rode great because honestly, when I saw him down in the first turn, I was like, oh crap, it's going to be a long main. I think he's always going to get 15th or 14th. But then when you watch these other guys, like I said, with Sexton, if Sexton doesn't go down with Marty, Zacho ain't getting around him like that in one lap. He's not going around him that easy. And if Eli's having
Marty that easy.
And if Eli's having a normal Eli race, he's not going around Eli like that.
Look, all I'm saying is when Zach wins on Tuesday, I'm going to shit all over you on the Wednesday
I
show.
hope.
Bro, his speed was nowhere near Barcia and
I'm
Kenny's
going to
speed.
shit all
They
over you
were
on
a
Wednesday.
second faster than him on the fast lap.
Well,
in the
nobody
race.
was on pace with those two. They
So-
put fucking 15 seconds
So that's what
on
I'm
third
saying.
place.
He's not going to beat them unless they go down in the first turn.
15 seconds those two
I can't
put.
wait for you to shit on our chest.
I'm also not so sure that he would
Gonna be
have
juicy.
not have beaten AC. I think AC would have beat him.
Yeah, probably.
Sneaky good ride by AP.
So, anyways, can we get off
Sneaky good.
Zacho?
With 2 off-season surgeries.
Can we talk about Aaron Plessinger?
He's looking better.
Aaron
Let's
Plessinger
just-
finally showed up.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
work our way from. Let's start with all the Yamaha boys. If we're gonna bring up AP, let's start with the.
I thought he had a good ride.
Were you guys happy for him? Because I was. I know that it's
Yeah.
not like amazing, but like,
That heat race was very impressive.
He was actually relevant. That was cool.
yeah, that was great. I think it was awesome, and I think that they talked about it a little bit during the practice show. How he's going in with different views this year, and he's got more expectation. And I think that this being his last year, I think it's going to motivate him a little more. Not to say that Aaron's never been not motivated, but we kind of always know how Aaron is. He's kind of like this laugh, like, hey, joke around, whatever. Mm-hmm. And now with the star team taking over the whole program, I thought that was a great race. Like I said, it's not like he got top 5, got a podium, but for how his last 2 years have been, dude, I was happy for him. That was awesome. Just like to finish the race and not die in the first round was amazing for him.
Yeah.
And it was impressive to
looks
me
sweet.
of how he called his shot on Steve's show. So we all listen to Steve's show. Everybody that listens to this one probably does too.
Guys, keep talking. I'm gonna check out the other camera.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So he just was super confident on that show. It's like, I'm gonna be the guy I was supposed to be. This is what I'm gonna do, and he came out and did it.
Well, people
That
forget-
was impressive for me.
People forget about how dominant his last year of the 250 class was.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that Zacho and Jamar got hurt outdoors, but he was still on par with them, still was up there in the points. But, like, his Supercross season that year, like, he was pretty damn dominant. So, yeah.
It also proves how ignorant the Yamaha people were too.
I'm-
letting these guys do what they want with the bike, and look what it did.
I'm not, like, expecting him to win races, but I can't see why that if he continues to keep this going, why he can't get on the box race a few times this year. I don't know where his cardio is. Like, he didn't really fade. Like, I know that Frenchie got him on the last lap. But, like, I don't know if his cardio is good enough right now to run that pace for 20+1. But, like, his speed, though, is there.
Yeah.
I was happy for him. I always liked Aaron. I thought he's a good dude. You know, growing around this area, we all kind of watched it. Well, maybe not Travis, but, like, we watched him grow up. You know, so I think it's cool. I want to see him do well again, and it's more parity, so that's always good.
All right, let's move on to the other star Yamaha dude. Let's talk about Malcolm Stewart.
Another
Another
really
sneaky
sneaky
good
good
ride.
Well, it's also kind of scary to think the fact that he's been on the bike for, a week riding a Supercross track, and he already gets
Oh,
7th. Yeah, he's only been riding Supercross for like a week and a half.
Really?
Yeah. He's been on the bike longer than that, but he was riding like turn tracks in the hills. He didn't really get on a bike on a Supercross track till like a week and a half ago.
Or like the scrimmage and all that.
Yeah. So like he's been riding for I think 3 weeks after he crashed or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But he was on doing turn tracks for like a good week. He didn't ride a Supercross track.
Where's this information coming from?
Instagram, man. It's all over Instagram, and they were talking about it. Like people were like, "Oh yeah, he's riding," and they're like, "No, he's riding the turn track."
Oh.
So
You
no.
get into the
weird.
comments, I don't.
No, he hasn't been on a Supercross track, and if anything, it's only been 2 weeks. So for that to be the case,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think
That's
that
a little scary.
I think that he's going to be back up to par here soon.
Yeah.
And if I'm everybody else and I'm looking at that performance, like I said, it wasn't flashy. He almost didn't make it in on the heat race because he went down.
Yeah.
I'm going. That's not good.
No.
Because if he's back up to par soon, yeah, he's going to be winning. I know that you guys didn't call that, but that's impressive. The fact that he got 7th,
Yeah.
that's
Good.
So
No, that was a good ride.
yeah. What?
Oh, you talking Frenchie?
Yeah, I'm talking Frenchie.
I thought we were talking about Mookie.
No.
Oh.
Frenchie.
We were talking about Mookie.
We
We
were
moved to
talking about
Mookie.
We didn't talk about Frenchie though.
That was just a whole ramble about Frenchie, huh?
Yeah, thought we were talking about Mookie.
We didn't talk about Frenchie. We were talking about AP.
No, we were talking
Yeah,
about
and then
AP,
we
and
talked
then
about
Mookie.
Mookie.
So
with
you
the
wanted
sneak-
to go up the line though, as far as Yamahas.
I know, but we jumped.
Oh no, I'm talking about Ferendis.
Oh, well, okay. Good
Plot twist.
comments.
Wow,
All right,
guys,
cool.
how did you not? That whole entire Mookie didn't get hurt.
I'm on board with that.
So-
Yeah, that's why we were.
That's why I was like,
confused.
turn
So how the hell
track.
did you guys not? Oh my
All right,
god.
cool. All right,
I
so-
thought you heard us say Mookie.
No,
Smith.
wow, we
Yeah.
are definitely on the same page. That's the first time that's happened ever.
Wow.
Okay, cool. All right, well, let's keep moving then.
I guess
so,
we'll
yeah,
go to Mookie now.
Good comments on Ferrandis. Do you have anything about Mookie? Make it quick because we got to get through this
So
stuff
was
here.
Mookie riding turn track?
No, Mookie's been on a Supercross track pretty much all the time.
Okay, so you don't think he can win?
No.
Okay.
All
I
right,
don't think so.
fair. Let's move to the top two though, because we haven't talked about them yet here.
we don't really have a lot to say about AC either. That was just a sneaky.
Just a sneaky good
Marv
ride.
though, podium.
Yeah,
I
Marv.
don't want to skip over that.
Marv was okay. Well, we got We got like 5-6 minutes, so make it
Okay,
quick.
well, everybody shit on Marv, and he got a podium, so.
He's gonna win.
That doesn't surprise me though.
It does me.
it
Really?
helps me.
Been away from Supercross for a year.
I guess.
He's gonna win. He's gonna win. He's gonna win a couple races.
Maybe.
I think so.
That was impressive.
2021 title contender.
But
We'll
Kenny-
just see. I don't really want to make any bold, solid predictions until we're 2-3 rounds.
Yeah, as I say, that's
But
the thing too, is we're
Barcia, though?
only one round in.
We can talk about Kenny. That was great. He could have, if he wanted to, he could have been a little bit more aggressive and passed Barcia.
I told Ashley
That
when we were watching the race, I was like, he looks good, but I
That
was like,
bike
there's
looks-
nowhere to pass.
That bike looks great, by the way.
Yeah.
Tracks like an arrow. But Barcia,
Brayton
though,
looked good on it too.
Muck off Honda.
completely. That's Brayton.
Yes.
Brayton was top 10.
You
We
need to
skipped over
listen.
him.
Completely different
Open your
Barcia.
ears.
Completely different Barcia.
Well, he won
Not
a
the same
well, he
guy.
won A1, so he's 2-0 so
No,
far this
He's
year.
got momentum.
I'm watching his technique.
Big Mo.
I'm watching this technique, and he looks so much different on that gas. He's more centered on the bike, where before he was really stiff with his legs.
Bam bam, gas, fun.
Chest in front of his arms, always riding over the front. This is a completely different Barcia, and if he does this again on Tuesday, even if he gets on the box, you're looking at a.
Is that your phone?
Yeah.
This is a professional show.
I got a future headline.
He's looking at winning a title.
Okay.
Bam Bam on the gas. Wins the first 2 rounds.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Maybe. The track's not going to be that much different on Tuesday.
He
Build a fast.
That was
so
just
so
impressive.
Kenny wins that.
that was just impressive because how much different his technique is on that bike.
Dude, and he had that quad after the finish.
Super sketchy.
I want to go back to Kenny on that quad.
You mean we almost went to Indonesia, or?
Just how we know Kenny's been a little reserved after the injury.
Yeah.
For him to pick up on that mid heat race and go for it.
And
ballsy.
almost ate it.
That's ballsy and show some confidence. And then almost eating it and continuing to do it in the main. If
Look,
that,
he's a dad now. He's
if
not
that's a
scared.
Kenny that has demons in his head, I don't think he'd be quadding.
Probably not.
I just think that those two are on a different level, and I know everybody can say, "Oh, Barcia does this on the first round, and Kenny does this, and Kenny does that." But there were a lot of different things, and we can't really go into it. But there were just a lot of different things throughout that night that was not your normal Kenny and Barcia first rounds.
No.
There were just things, like I said, there were just things about it that were just different than any other time they've ever won the first round or gone 1-2 or whatever. They just didn't look the same to me, at least.
Yeah.
Like I said, if I'm impressed with anybody, it's just more Barcia than
Yeah, he
anything.
looked good.
Yeah.
And pressure the whole race.
All right.
And even when he pulled it back, like when he started making mistakes, he pulled it back.
All right, we got a couple minutes left before that camera shuts off, and that's the only one recording audio. So let's talk about real quick picks for tomorrow night. Get your tongue back in your mouth. If you lick that microphone, I'm gonna punch you with it. Picks for tomorrow night.
250, 450. Austin rebounds and wins, and I think that Barcia backs it up against another one.
Okay, cool.
Travis,
With as good as Barcia starts looked, the way that bike came out of the gate like that, Barcia.
250s,
250s?
Barcia backs it up for the first time in a long, long time.
250s.
250s would be great.
Kevin Moran.
All right, cool.
250s.
So I'm gonna go with Kenny. I think Kenny's gonna get a start and go here. Barcia, I think is gonna be second though. I think they're gonna run away again. 250s. I'm gonna go with. You know what? The track's gonna be pretty similar, so I think Craig's gonna carry momentum.
Oh, really? Oh, my
Look
God.
at this fucking guy.
I think so. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Hey, when Craig starts winning and he goes 4 in a row, are you going to be a Craig guy now?
No.
We
are
We-
still gonna be on that golden jet train.
Well, that
For the
golden
Travis
Travis
jet-
is gonna be
class.
trying so hard to be in those family Instagram.
That
Oh my
golden,
God, we should
that
get the
golden
fuck outta
jet is going to start going backwards.
I don't think so.
Yep.
So, anyway, all right. So this has been another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show, again presented by TLR Coatings and Premier Custom Trailers. Sorry for all the audio debacles and everything else in between. This is our first time going with the full setup. We thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure to follow us on all the major social media networks. Cole is always putting out some fire on the Instagram page. Make sure to go join our fantasy league on PulpMX Fantasy.
Trying to prove my worth to Travis.
Make sure to check out the fantasy podcast, which we are about to record right after we get done with this. And we will see everyone. We're going to put a show out Thursday, but it will be an audio only show. So it will be on YouTube, but we won't have the full studio set up. And then we will see everyone Monday next week next week, Tuesday, again, with the full studio setup. Wrapping up Houston 3. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.